Most golfers think they're not swinging the club fast enough, but the truth is, it's not the speed that's letting you down. The average golfer's swing speed is actually between 90 and 95 miles an hour. And what if I said to you, you can hit the ball over 250 yards with that swing speed? Yeah, that is very much achievable. And if there's one thing being a long drive pro and competing against the biggest hitters in Europe has taught me, it's no good having all this swing speed if you can't use it and optimize it. Well, today, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now, I know you've heard this a million times and you're probably tired of hearing it by now, but I can't tell you enough how important it is we get the setup right with our driver, and not to try and hit it straight, to actually make sure we're launching the ball as high as possible to get as much carry as possible. If we want to optimize spin conditions, if we want to optimize our launch, we've got to make sure we get our tee height right. So for me, I always want to feel that half of the ball is above the head of my driver if it's on the floor. This automatically gives me the instinct to want to keep my weight a bit more behind the ball, which is what we want with the driver. It's also going to make sure I'm going to throw that left shoulder a bit higher. Look at me now. I look like I'm trying to launch the ball up. And if you really want to optimize the swing speed you have, you need to make sure you're putting all that power moving upwards. And if you're on a simulator, if you're on a TrackMan, try and get a launch angle of around 2 or 3. This is optimum, that you're getting a good amount of loft on the ball, your spin's going to be there, and this is also going to make sure that you're absolutely launching the ball. Get the setup right, it's just so important. So this next one is the one that as long drivers we focus on probably the most. The big muscles and the big engine of the golf swing, and that is our hips.
It's all in the head. It's all in the head.
So many golfers just sway side to side and they don't actually fully rotate their hips, which is so fundamental for not only speed, but delivering the club on the right path to optimize your launch conditions, which is what we need to do today with your club speed. So all we're gonna do, and it seems so basic, like the most ridiculous drill that you're gonna be like, that is just so simple, surely it can't work. But we're actually gonna focus on rotating our hips back more, yeah? Because if we know if we rotate our hips back more, we're then gonna rotate them through more, which is only gonna help us deliver the club better and generate more speed. So when you turn back, I want you to focus on really pulling that hip all the way back. That chest should feel like it's at the back of the room. And then you've got all that power and width to then accelerate through. And as soon as you start thinking about the hips, you're gonna get that separation between your hips and your chest. You're gonna allow that club to drop a bit more on the inside. And that is just gonna generate so much more power, which is gonna help us absolutely boom the ball. And rather than having that powerless slice of lobbing our hands over the top, we're actually, with our nice setup, gonna have a lovely, powerful draw, which is exactly what we want. So this is the third and final drill that is gonna just change the game. And to me, it has to be the most important, because this is the biggest reason you're not hitting the ball out there. This is the biggest reason you're not getting the most out of what you've got. And that's because, like most golfers, you're actually just not accelerating through the ball. So many amateurs de-accelerate, try and steer their driver, just worried about hitting a bad shot. And that fear is actually stopping you from launching and hitting them good golf shots that make you turn up each week. So what we're gonna focus on is learning to accelerate through the ball. And this step through drill is my #1 way to do that. So what I want you to do is imagine you're literally setting up, hit a driver in your nice setup, and then you're gonna bring both feet together where your back foot would be. We're gonna start our swing with our club in front, we're gonna swing back, and then we're gonna step through and accelerate as much as we can. But what this teaches us to do is, one, we actually want to weight towards our back foot, but also you naturally now have to start a bit slower and then accelerate as you move forward. As long drivers, this is one of the biggest things we're trying to do. Really drive our weight into that front foot and explode, creating that recoil, that snap, that elastic band to absolutely launch the ball. But just doing this drill is really going to teach you to not be scared. Don't try and steer your driver. Try and accelerate through the ball. Try and really get a good contact. And I guarantee you're going to start launching it. Most amateurs are making one of these mistakes, but I guarantee if you fix them, you're going to be hitting the ball 20 yards further. And if you have any questions, drop me a comment, ask away. I'm here to help. But if you want to see more on my long drive journey, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.